Hello and welcome to my game dev live stream. This is episode 36 and today we're going to work on world design. So I have 6 stories within the world design epic. The world design epic has this stuff here. I want a solid plan for the following aspects of the game world regions, culture of the world, layout of the world, ideas for hidden secrets, and focus on exploration. And so I have stories that sort of complete that. Hi, Julo Spinky. Thanks for joining. So the first story I'm going to start off with is going to be probably this one at the top. Come up with unique and diverse world regions. So I'm going to start by doing a little bit of research on Mount Vesuvius eruption.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you gotta try cassava. Cassava is the world.
This might be an interesting video to watch. Pompeii map. I think this is the kind of map I'm looking for here. This one, Neapolis, is awfully lucky. This one's also very interesting. It shows the thickness of the ash in the various landfalls. You can see it's 2 meters deep in this area here. Huh. Okay. Let's watch this video first. It's kind of interactive. A little more interactive than reading.
At 1 p.m. in the Pompeii suburb of Oplantis, a wealthy family took refuge in a basement storeroom. Knowing thieves were everywhere, they took all their movable wealth with them, but were killed by the eruption. Experts now suspect shortly after the first group died, a second group found their bodies in the basement and took their valuables. Because Pompeii wasn't destroyed in the blink of
Hi, I'm W2 Melvin's dad. Nope, not watching the Super Bowl. See if we can turn up the desktop audio. Okay. That was kind of interesting, but not super useful. So, there were numerous vineyards and orchards. And the earth there was fertile because of previous eruptions of Mount Vesuvius. Then there was Herculaneum, a nearby smaller city about a quarter the size. One interesting bit from this is that there were lots of thieves in the city. Okay. Hello, Corson. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the difference between a polo and a shirt is, but it's button up. So I'm currently working on some world design, reading up about Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius eruption. I'm interested in the Gulf of Naples. Home to varieties of whales and dolphins. Has a few islands in the bay. Polo has a stand-up collar. Well, I mean, I could pop the collar up, but I don't have it up. So you can see that the Bay of Naples is within this much larger sea here, which is within the Med. I'm curious about the fishing life there. Hello, JGP, AGP, BTRF. Thank you for joining. Yes, Drewless Pinky does have a lot of points. Drewless Pinky won a couple of mini games, which I want to make sure to give an opportunity for here. So I'm going to set a timer. 20 minutes. We're going to do a mini game for the viewers. So stick around for that. Yeah, I can see I got 6 viewers right now. Looks like the tarpon, the snook, and the redfish are common in Naples. Okay, and then of course there's Mount Vesuvius itself. Well, don't worry about it. JGP, AGP, BTRF, I'll explain how the minigames work when we get to it. They're pretty easy. Sometimes it's scrambled words, sometimes it's guess a number, and sometimes it's trivia. So I want to go into Google Earth here and kind of look at Mount Vesuvius in 3D. So to me, it kind of seems like it's got this outer ring and then it's got this inner ring too. It's not rigged. It's not rigged, okay? I promise. How big is Vesuvius crater? So it sounds like gradually increasing eruptions preceded it. Earthquakes, not eruptions. So from that first video I watched, it sounded like it kind of took place over almost like a whole day. So there's some nearby towns, as we can see from this pictures. Herculaneum, Oplantis, Stabiae. There are mountains to the south. Use area. These are called the Atari Mountains. What do programmers get this Valentine's? I don't know. Hugs or bugs? Both. Okay, that seems like enough real life research. I can move on to kind of figuring out what I want the regions of the world to be like. At the same time, I'm kind of doing a SketchUp of the layout of the world. Yeah. So I'm thinking in the game world, there's like a town, and then we have kind of areas that resemble the real world. So the town is sort of on the coast, and then there's an area with the water, and then there's some caves that go underneath of the water in the town, and then like a vineyards field area, and then the mountains and the volcanic mountains. How does that sound? Does that sound kind of interesting? Do you realize Pinky likes the idea of the vineyards? I don't know. I don't know if there are olive trees in this area. Here's a vineyard. These guys might be olive trees. Cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are cool. I just don't know if there are cherry blossoms in Europe or in Italy. This looks interesting. What other sort of natural resources? Industry included the manufacture of olive oil, wine, garum, which is fish sauce, garments, fabric, wool, salt, food and beverage, cooking and supplies. Seems like they didn't really do much industrial work. It seems like mostly foodstuffs and fabrics. But yes, olives were definitely part of it. So I'm kind of thinking of putting together a sketch up here, which is like made up of real world images. So I want it to be kind of wider, a lot wider than it is tall. Maybe we'll make it 600 pixels tall and then 1800 pixels wide. Something like that, and then we can kind of sketch out the game here. Let's see. Let's go get ourselves a picture of Mount Vesuvius. We'll do this. We'll maybe cut out a bit of this underneath part. I'll definitely cut out that business. Clean I want to make it seem a bit taller. Let's get some cavern walls. Do you know which volcano you saw? No, okay. What would a perfect cone-shaped volcano look like? Alright. That is my timer for doing a mini game, so let's do a mini game. So this mini game is going to be word unscramble. Okay. So I'm gonna type a word into the chat here in just a minute, and you need to try and it's going to be a scrambled word, so the letters are going to be all mixed around. And you have to look at it, figure out what word it is, and type it in unscrambled as quickly as you can. If you are the first person to answer it correctly, you will get 500 points. Woo! If you guess an incorrect word, then you will get 0 points, and you only get one guess. So, does everyone understand the rules? GGP, AGP, BTR if you're not sure if you understand. So I'm going to type in a word into chat, and it's going to be all scrambled up. All the letters are going to be scrambled. And you have to type it in as quickly as you can, unscrambled. And if you're the first person to do that, then you get 500 points. If you guess wrong, you get 0 points. All right. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's gonna get it first? Nope, that's one too many letters, MW2 Malvinstad. Yep. I try to pick words that are related to what I'm working on. Hey, look at that. Hercules is the correct answer. Good job, JJP, AJP, BTRF. You are now in 4th place. Yeah, she was hustling. She understood how to win the whole time. Yeah, you won. So you're now in 4th place with 1,900 points, and we're gonna do another mini game. So there's another chance to win in 30 more minutes. Thank you for playing. So here's what I'm working with for my kind of sketch up of my game world so far. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Chop off that bit there. We'll put the town there. Actually, maybe this whole last one didn't need to be on there. Okay, we'll call that good. So now I'm thinking a Roman town. Get a little picture of a Roman looking town. And we'll throw that into there. okay. Okay, this looks like a pretty cool picture for the Gulf of Naples. I'll use this one. Although this one looks pretty cool too. And it shows Mount Vesuvius in the background. This one does too. Okay, so that's kind of the basic idea of what I'm thinking of here. Right, we've got this sort of sketch up of the town, or of the game world. How does that look? That seemed pretty unique. I think this last one I actually went to is there a way to flip the no, not what I wanted to do. I want it to be like this. The island's out further from town than the rest of this stuff. That looks good. Maybe we'll get something kind of cool looking like this into here. Drop it in this area. Maybe we'll get an olive tree. Put an olive tree there. Get rid of some of these backgrounds. some sheep into here. Thinking that I've got like a way down into a cave through the water like that. Maybe we have an underground pond. And then over here on the other side, we got lava. Some lava stuff. I'm thinking around town we can also have a tunnel that goes into the underground from town. Something like that. So just got some interesting underground cave systems like that. And then we'll have a couple more puffier clouds up here. Get one there. Okay. What do people think of this? How does this look? Seem interesting? Yeah, I can add a boat. Let's see, let me get this added in here first. Cool. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna move on now. I suppose I need to, hold on, I need one more thing. those last two look silly. This is fine. I'm kind of thinking that maybe one of my dungeons is in like this roots. Just put some runes on the side of the boat. I might be getting into a little bit too much detail right now. The goal here is to sort of develop what the regions of the world might look like and give it a sort of feel. So I see what you're getting at. But I think like this one, for example, I'm thinking I might have a dungeon in like beneath the tree. Like I like the idea of having a big tree and then dungeon on top of that. The only runes I really know are like Norwegian runes. These just look like Viking stuff. Seems like it would be a bit of an anachronism to use anything except for standard letters. It seems like they're saying Latin 1st century BC used basically all of the letters that we know today, and they use them like this. So the best thing that would be unique would be to do Greek writing. I think that it's not totally out of the question, though. I think some of them did write in Greek still. It's a boat. What region of Italy was Pompeii in? Again, good question. I was looking at it here. So the Gulf of Naples, which if we zoom out a bit on Google Maps, we can see. Here is, I'll orient this north. Here's Mount Vesuvius. Here's Pompeii. Here's the Bay of Naples. Here's the Tyrrhenian Sea, Italy, and then the Med. Sort of. I mean, it's still like 100 miles from Rome. Like here's Rome, and then here's Pompeii. 130 miles. It would be fair to say that it's close to Naples. Okay. So I'm going to stop editing on this picture, and I'm going to move this into OneNote now and reorient myself with what my goal is here. I'm also going to save this picture. Do save as. Save this as a PNG, and this is going to go into Files, Development. I'm going to call this World Layout SketchUp. Right. So I just need to make a decision as to whether I care to make my game historically accurate or have something a bit more interesting, because I do think it would be interesting to be able to use, like, you know, Greek characters. It gives the game world a little bit more of a fantastical or otherworldly kind of feel. And that might even be a decision I intentionally choose to do. Yeah, Sailor was just a fan of the classics. It might be something I intentionally choose to do to better fit the theme of the game I'm hoping for, and I'm not hoping to go for a super historical rendition. You know, like a game like Assassin's Creed, right? They intend to remake Rome and Italy very accurately. That's not really my intention. I'm using a real life event as a source of inspiration. Where's my cursor? It's so hard to see in OneNote where my cursor is. There it is. Need to move everything down a bit more. Okay. Need some water. I'm gonna go get some water really quick. We'll do minigame when I come back. All right, I am back, and now we're gonna move on to doing another mini game before I get back to work. So everyone, get ready to do your favorite mini game. Let's see. Should we do trivia or should we do guess a number game? Let's do trivia. So, here's how trivia is going to work. I'm going to write a question into the chat, and this works kind of the same way as the Unscramble. The first person to answer correctly scores 500 points. If you answer incorrectly, then you do not get any points. So I'm going to work on typing my question into the chat. Does everybody understand the way that trivia works? Is everyone ready to answer that trivia question? Okay. Here is the question. And no using Google. No using Google or Bing or whatever search engine you want to use. You have to use your brain. No, you can't do that. You get one guess. Nero is not correct. Caesar, presuming Julius Caesar, is not correct. Julius Caesar Jr.? No. Okay, your one genuine guess is presumably Claudius. Nope. The correct answer was, if no one else wants to make a guess, I see I have 3 viewers right now, but I've only gotten answers from 2 people. The correct answer is Titus. Titus succeeded Vespasian when he died in June of 79 AD. Oh, I'm sorry, Dalton. You missed the question. No one gets points for this one, but we'll do another mini game in 30 minutes, and you can try and get that one. We won't do trivia next time. We'll do a different one. But Titus became emperor right before, in the same year, right before the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. So. Pretty interesting stuff, huh? Alright, we'll start another 30-minute timer here. And we'll do another mini game at that time. So stick around for that. Okay, so this is what we were working on before I left to go get a drink of water, and then we did our mini game. I've done this SketchUp of the game world I have sort of imagined in my head. And now I'm highlighting it and going to talk about what's in all of these locations. So this is called the town of Pompeii. Many thieves here. So there are some things I noted from real life research, and then some things that I am going to have to adapt into my game, right? Just to tailor it towards what I'm interested in making my game like. The town itself I'm not going to spend much time on because I have another epic later in my roadmap, which is town design specifically, but the town is one of the regions of the world. There's lots of people vacationing from Rome. Many tailors with looms on the streets. And farmers selling their ripe produce. So this area is the Bay of Naples. Pretty blue waters. Pretty light blue waters. For as far as the eye can see. A couple of small islands. Schools of colorful fish swimming around. A few boats traveling to and from. Dalton didn't actually get it. Dalton joined after and just typed in the answer, so he cheated. Underwater chasms lead into spanning underground cavern system. There should be an underwater cavern here. Or one underwater dungeon here with the boss. Oh, hello, Armored Core. Thanks for joining. I see we've got quite a few viewers right now. I'd like to remind people that I have a timer going. In 25 minutes, we're gonna go do a mini game for the viewers. So make sure to stick around for that. So this is kind of what the Bay of Naples area of the game would be like. There's be one of the dungeons here. Let's see, I want to do this a little bit differently. Do a heading and then... Hello, Corson. Are you saying you like my SketchUp? Hello, Rhino Dog. Thanks for the Dorito. Nice. Okay. This region here is the fertile vineyards. Olive trees, grapevines, sheep herders. Let's see. And cabbage farmers are common here. Aqueducts in the far background. Maybe some vultures flying in the sky. Some hungry vultures specifically. What else seems like a good thing that's going on in the vineyards? Anyone got any ideas? I'm trying to think of another descripting line about the fertile vineyards. Right, I'm looking at this area right here. We got the sheep. So far, I've written olive trees, grapevine, sheep herders, and cabbage farmers are common here. Aqueducts in the far background. There's hungry vultures flying in the sky. I don't know. Dark, deep soil. Sure. I don't know. Maybe like as a hidden thing, there's like the soil is so fertile because of previous volcanic eruptions, and so maybe there's like dead bodies under, like some skeletons hidden underground or something. Scorching hot sun. Maybe not skeletons hidden, maybe like artifacts hidden. It seems a little less dark. Okay, it seems like a good enough description of that area. So now let's look at this one. This one here in the middle. So we've got, I think in this area is called the Great Olive Tree. An unusually large olive tree in the middle of the fields. Okay. Romulus and Remus. I don't get the reference, but it seems familiar. I feel like I should know. Oh. Oh, interesting. Deep roots that give way to underground cave system. Some animals have taken up residence. I do like that idea of having some wolves named Romulus and Remus. Green olives or black ones? I don't know. I imagine that they're green olives. I think green olives are the kind that are grown in the Mediterranean. But then I don't know where black olives would be grown, so maybe they both are grown there. I don't know. Okay, well. Sorry they're gross. Oh, how did you spell that? Romulus and Remus, after founders of Rome. They kind of are both gross. I will agree to that. Maybe there's like underground there is some sentient plant life. I'm also thinking that there's a dungeon here with something making the great tree sick. I don't know. It seems like something that's definitely done in Zelda. But mine's different. Mine's an olive tree. Mine's not the great Deku tree. See this dude? Whoa, it's real, guys. This actually doesn't seem real. This seems like someone probably carved this, or this is like fake stone or something. Okay. I'll have to do more research into Romulus and Remus when I get to maybe doing some quest-related stuff. Anyways, I think that's good for now. Let's take a look at this next area. This area here is old temple ruins. Some interesting artifacts can be found here. I think that maybe there should be some sort of guardians. Okay. JJP's gonna fight for olives right now. Say that olives are good. Good in the trash. You have when you're here in the old temple ruins, you have you have the feeling that the pillars are watching you. Stone, maybe marble guardians will protect the mountain pass to Vesuvius. What else is going on in the old temple ruins? Maybe some sort of special plant is growing. I'm also trying to, sort of connect what I've got here with some of the character design I've got. So the character has got this strong attachment to the natural world, and he gets out into the wilderness after work a lot. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe there's some sort of quest. He's got to go to the ruins and find this special plant that's only growing in the ruins because it's got to grow through the minerals in the stone or something. It's cultivated by the minerals in the temple ruins, or temple pillars. I don't know. Okay, now I got one last little bit here to write about, and this is the volcano area itself. Okay. What does that mean, Dalton Jones? The last ficus altissima. Does that have something to do with the olive tree? I don't know. I'm just guessing because ficus sounds like a plant-related Latin term. Oh, the plants in the pillars. Let's go look up what this plant is. Ficus altissima. Okay, it's native to Southeast Asia. Yeah, of course, on it worked out pretty well, huh? There's no reason you can't. I mean, I'm not, I'm just using these sort of pictures to sort of storyboard out my ideas. Right? I'm not just making the game using this. I'll eventually go and make my own art. Okay. Well, I'll make a note here of the ficus altissima. There was also something else that Coruscant wanted me to look up. It was the Moyen volcano. Did I have it right the first time? Mayon. Oh yeah, geez. It is like perfectly shaped mountain. It's pretty impressive. This is cool. Okay, so this last area is the roots of Vesuvius. Oops, Vesuvius. Angered elemental spirits here, taking on the form of fire. Maybe we can look up like Roman god of fire, Vulcan. His analogous character or analogous Greek god is Hephaestus. He's metalworking. This is him. This dude's like basically naked. Just doing metalworking, no clothes on. Bag legs? What? Oh, with bad legs? I don't know about that. I don't know. His calves look pretty huge here. Yeah, corrupted Vulcan. Son of Hera? Alright, you're getting into it a bit too much. He doesn't skip leg day. In fact, some days he mines, or he forges metal with his legs instead. This dude's huge. Look at how huge his arm is. He's got huge legs here too. Although that doesn't even look slightly close to correctly shaped. What is happening? What is that? His leg's like backwards. So in this area, I imagine there would be lots of like vents with hot gas shooting out of them, and they'll push you around. I'm thinking in the Bay of Naples, I just had this idea. I'm thinking like sort of mechanically stuff, right? Oh, JJP, AJP, BTRF, are you okay? That sentence makes me a bit concerned. It's a stroke level sentence there. Have you send okay the Rocks Arena I arms? the Bay of Naples, there should be lots of air bubbles to replenish. And pockets to replenish lungs. I meant, have I seen the Rock's arms? Yes, I've seen the Rock's arms. They're pretty comparable to this dude here. These vents of hot gas will push you around. Let's see. What else is going on in the roots of Vesuvius? Anything else interesting going on here? Maybe another special kind of plant or animal. Thinking like a, I don't know, a magma gerbil or something. The last dungeon of the game is here with another boss fight. Thinking it makes sense for lots of timing-based puzzles to be here. Yeah, I don't know what a magma gerbil is. I'm just thinking like some sort of thing that likes the heat, you know? Salamander, yeah. I guess a salamander makes sense. But it's not as unique as a magma gerbil. See, I can't even find anything that looks like a magma gerbil. I think these are just like newborn gerbils or something. This is something interesting. Alright, time for our last mini game of the night. Its hair would not burn off. It has special hair that is flame resistant. So, let's hear in the comments what kind of mini game do you guys want to do. Do you want to do another trivia mini game? Do you want to do a word on Scramble mini game, or do you want to do a guess the number mini game? We got one vote for trivia. Anybody else have an opinion? Anybody else in the chat? Oh, we see a couple people say guess the number. A couple people saying Scramble. Let's do a word Scramble, okay? Okay, so here's how unscramble the word works. I'm gonna type a word into the chat, and you guys have to look at it and figure out what word it is unscrambled and type that back into the chat as quickly as you can. If you are the first person to answer correctly, you will get 500 points. If you answer incorrectly, then you get 0 points. You only get one answer, and you should not go use some online tool to unscramble the word. I'm going to type the word into the chat now. Everyone understand? Any questions? All right, I will assume no questions. 1, 2, 3. Unscramble that word. Who can do it the quickest? Oh, wow, look at that. Dalton Jones. Dalton Jones got it the quickest. That was really fast. Good job. The answer is Jupiter, and the relation here is that Jupiter is the Roman analog for Zeus. Jujutsu Kaisen. Good job, Dalton Jones. You have secured your third place position. You're getting pretty close to being unseated there. You should see a score update this way here pretty soon. There it is. I also want to note all the people who joined and said something today. So Dalton Jones said something. Armored Core said something. Corson, I already noted you. Rhino Dog joined. Let's see. I think I got everyone who joined in today. So back here in Jira, I've got a layout of the world sketched up, so I'm gonna move that one to done. I've got this here, come up with unique and diverse world regions. I think I got that done. I have a bit of things left to do here in world design, and we'll pick that up next time. Come up with foes. That's a good idea. I do have that in my roadmap. I've got dungeon design, and I've got NPC design, and I think I have I think I have one that's related to boss design or something like that. Oh yeah, here it is, boss design. So the foes will sort of be wrapped up in those. And dungeon design. I think I already said that one. Them is fighting words. Alright, let's keep it civil in the chat, guys. I don't want to get banned from Twitch for inciting violence or something. So to recap, I learned quite a bit about real life Pompeii and some of the surrounding towns and Mount Vesuvius and what the fish are like. I've also got I created a SketchUp of what I want the game world to look like, complete with 3 dungeon areas, descriptions of the different regions in the world and what sorts of puzzles / mechanics might be there. Did a few mini games and engaged with a lot of viewers. Thank you, by the way, to all of the viewers who joined in, and you guys helped me go over some really cool stuff here. I'm really excited about this, and I think this is a really good jumping off point. If if you want to come back on the next stream, I won't be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow's Valentine's Day and I've got a date, so I'm gonna be out and about. But Tuesday night I will be streaming again, and if we get 2 or more viewers, then we'll do some more viewer mini games. The more viewers we have, the more viewers we have, the more mini games we can do. Next time, to give you a peek of what we're going to be working on, we're going to be wrapping up world design. We've got to brainstorm ideas for secrets and exploration. So I'll probably go into OneNote and I'll make a page for the old temple ruins, the great olive tree, the fertile vineyards, the Bay of Naples, and the roots of Vesuvius, and then come up with like 3 secret ideas in each of those regions, and just sort of generally brainstorm some ideas about how to encourage exploration. Cool. I think having one of these sort of design oriented epics every sprint is really encouraging, and I have quite a few design epics that I can intersperse throughout. For example, next week maybe I can do weapon design. That one's pretty high up. Or maybe audio design. I've been thinking about audio design quite a lot. Like what sorts of instruments were common in the Roman times, and then I want to incorporate those into the music of the game. So it's good to intersperse those amongst all of the programming and learning about Unity and stuff. It keeps it a little bit lighter, a little bit airier. And these don't feel as stressful. Oh, I think people want to see my shirt a little bit more. It's got prickly pear on it. Okay. So, if you want to help me brainstorm ideas for secrets and exploration, and maybe get some of your own ideas as secrets in the game, make sure to join the next stream. That's going to be on Tuesday. Until then, thank you for watching and have a nice night.